Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever heard the expression, the older I get, the better I used to be? I don't know if I heard that somewhere, but I know I or thought it up, but I use it quite often. Um, my wife and I will be watching a basketball game on TV just for a few minutes or something, and some guy makes some fantastic play, and I say, "Yeah, I remember when I used to do that in college," and because I played college basketball, and she'll say, "Larry, I was there, and you never did anything like that." Well, you're now it's kind of become a running joke with us. But anyway, I've got a good friend who is literally in the last days of his life. He's got weeks, maybe months to live. He knows it. I know it. He's lived a great full life, and he's a huge basketball fan, huge college fan. So I mentioned to him one time. In fact, I'm seeing him Thursday. Going to take coffee to him, just chat. I mentioned to him one time, yeah, somebody said there's videos of me on YouTube somewhere. And I looked one time, I couldn't find them, but somebody said they saw me. So I mentioned that to him. Him and his wife looked for him after after I left, I guess they looked for him and they couldn't find him. So yesterday, in my spare time, which I have a lot of, I, uh, I started looking for him and I found one. I found one that was, you could actually see. Uh, you see the players. It wasn't taken from 100 yards away. It was taken from like 50 yards away. So you could tell who the players were, kind of see their faces, but you can definitely see their numbers and their play. So I found it. I'm going to send that to him, and he'll probably get a chuckle out of it. But it kind of surprised me. I wasted 2 hours of my life. I watched two basketball games of myself in college from 50 plus years ago. We can never relive the past, but a lot of people do. I happen I'm not one of those people. I don't relive the past, but I know a lot of people that are. I had one friend that relived it every day. You couldn't go. I worked with him. You couldn't go a full day without him talking about his military service. He spent 4 years, and I believe it had to be the army. And it was like those were the best days of his life. And finally, after time and time and time again, I said, "Why didn't you just stay in there?" He said, "Well, I didn't like it that much." But apparently, that was the highlight of his life. But a lot of people get stuck in the past, and that's okay. But 4 years of my life in college, at this stage, I'm 71, 4 years of my life, minuscule time. I can't remember that far back anymore. But they were good times, and that there are a lot of things in my past, maybe your past, that you don't want to relive. If you do, I'd like to hear it in the comments. Things that you don't want to relive again. There's some things I don't want to relive. I don't want to relive being a broke college student. Barely, I was married, trying to be a student, which I was, pretty decent student, and a college athlete at the same time. We didn't have two nickels to rub together. I don't want to relive those days when we had a 68 Volkswagen in the wintertime in northern Indiana with no heat. I don't want to relive those times. You have to take a chisel just to get in your car sometimes. I knew it would start because it was air cooled, but as far as going anywhere anytime soon, you had to wait until it warmed up and the froster didn't work that well. Anybody's had a Volkswagen from years ago, you know the drill. So I don't want to relive those times. I don't want to relive the regrets that I've had, the poor financial decisions, I don't want to relive the shingles I had when I was 29 years old from stress for making some poor financial decisions. You make and lose anywhere from $1 million to $2 million. Uh, I was under a lot of stress, and I don't want to relive those times. I just don't want to. Those are an ancient memory, and every once in a while, I don't think about it, but it kind of pops up and flash in my memory, and I remember those days. In fact, I do remember going to the doctor. He says, "You've got shingles. If you don't stop what you're doing now, you're going to die in the next 5 years." And I was a young man at the time. So I changed everything I did, and life got a whole lot better. I don't want to relive the past as far as I almost drowned twice. I always thought drowning wouldn't be that bad a way to go. You got 30, 45 seconds of panic and then you're dead. Well, I almost drowned on the Gully River one time. I happened to swim through a class 5 rapid, which was no fun. I bobbed up and down like a golf ball in a washing machine. And it was not a fun place to be. And the other time was on Watauga Gorge below the dam. I thought I was a goner there too. I got stuck in a hydraulic. Oh, and there was nobody around. I was in one of those little things they call rubber ducks or inflatable kayaks, and I thought my days were over then. In fact, the leader of the expedition, he came back and got me out, but he thought I was a goner too. I don't want to relive those days. I've had enough of those days. We can't relive our past, and we really shouldn't relive our past. Can we learn from our past? Absolutely. I learned a lot of things. I learned a lot of things I'll never do again. In fact, that list is kind of growing, kind of growing. We can't relive our past, and we shouldn't. But we do have the opportunity to shape our future. The people we interact with now, our families we interact with now, our grandchildren we interact with now, that's all shaping our future. Now, our future at our age may only be tomorrow, and I'm okay with that. But the Bible is very, very, very clear. We are expected to be faithful to the end. Expected to be faithful to the end. Doesn't mean be faithful only if you're in good health. Be faithful only if you don't have any financial worries. Be faithful only if some of your family hates you. It doesn't say, you know, it says to be faithful to the end. And that is my goal. Got anything out of this video, like and subscribe. I'd like to hear some of your comments on what, not regret so much, but as far as living in the past. I just wanted to make a short video. I got a chuckle out of watching myself yesterday on the videos from 50 plus years ago, and I don't want to go back there. But until we meet again, which hopefully will be soon, I'm going to press on towards that goal.